Heidi-ho neighbors, Rado Goji here, and welcome technically back, again, to Dragon Quest Builders. Now, a couple of things. First off and foremost, Greg is not here. He had a family emergency and was not able to make it tonight to the recording. Second off, I know this is still different than what we normally do. I'm at my parents' house. That's why there's, air conditioner noise going on in the background. Please ignore that, but I do kind of need to have that on because it's too hot in here otherwise. But I'm recording at my parents' house, and I wanted to record something that's not going to be too intensive on a computer to, edit and stuff like that. So basically, so I can keep up a nice regular schedule here. So yeah, I'm just recording something off the PS4 and all that. But come next week, we will be back to our regularly scheduled Final Fantasy Adventure and The Sopranos Road to Respect. But yes, now this is the first regular video part of this LP, but this is piggybacking off of two live streams that Greg and I did last year. One of them was for the demo of the game, which basically comprises the first part of the game. And then there was another live stream at the beginning of December, which is where we last left off. And I don't remember exactly what we did. I just kind of skimmed at the last part of the live stream, and I remember that we built this this dressing room here, and I think that's all we did. Rolo, I think, has a quest for us here. I'll get that in a bit. I'm just familiarizing myself with all the controls here. Yeah, like last week, time we left off, we built a dressing room, and we were talking about how Dave Matthews and Michael Stipe have hair in other dimensions and whatnot. But yes, so let's get on with it, shall we? Just without Greg, unfortunately. I thought we'd keep those monsters less. Keep them back for more. I feel it is my duty to find some means of defending this town from these vile beasts. I've spent so many late nights working tirelessly in deciphering the Cantland Chronicle, I've hardly slept a wink. It makes mention of a great castle beyond the Hammerhoods village, even beyond the Cantland Mountains. It's said that the castle had a great stone stockade capable of fending off even the most brutal of assaults. Travel to this castle, Rado Goji, find it with your compass, and there learn the secret of... I'm talking. What did you say? What did your last slave die of? Oh, Rolo. By my frail feelings, Rado Goji, you wound me. I do not ask you to go there for my own benefit, but for yours. After all, are you not the builder, the legendary figure who is destined to save us all? Now do your duty and get out there, compass in hand, and find out how to build that stone stockade. And I think we're also going to be learning how to make stone blocks as a result of this too. And once we get stone walls and castle walls and whatnot, I'm actually going to upgrade the walls surrounding, basically all the buildings here, especially the walls surrounding the town, because as it stands now, Hammerhoods can still break through, and only once we get up to the castle wall material, like these stray blocks here in Pippa's room. That's the stuff that the Hammerhoods can't break through. And that's pretty much what we're going to be needing to use to build the stone stockade. We can also turn on our Lyre Slime Immemorial to turn on the 8-bit music. But I believe that the castle is through the teleportal here. And I just want to make sure that I have everything I need before I go on. This is my room, right? Yes, it's my room. I need a chest or something in there to hold all my things. Well, actually, no, I don't think we have, do we have the big chest? Well, oh, yes, it's in here. The Colossal Coffer, I'm sorry. We don't even need to open that. So we do have access to anything that we need, so I'm not even going to worry about making sure my immediate inventory is stocked up on food and whatnot, because I'll have access to all that already. No, it's copper. I thought it was rubies at first, but then I don't think that rubies are obtainable in this particular map. I think that that's chapter 3. I think is where we can start getting rubies. Let's kill this guy. Why not? I forgot that the 8-bit version of this this particular song is incredibly repetitive. It's like just the same 8 measures repeating. Like the version of the Chocobo theme in Final Fantasy II. But we're heading this way. I'm not going to worry about too many of the side quests and whatnot, because they really don't... I mean, some of the side quests I'll like go after some of the objectives because they do give some good equipment, but not always. Some of the stuff is just like, oh, I don't really need this for anything. But you know, we can get stuff like equipment like dragon scales, which will actually help out. Actually, is there a I believe there's a... Do we have the whoops, I'm pushing the wrong buttons. Sorry. Did we do this? I don't remember exactly what we all did. Okay, we do have the spin attack, so... About to say, can I get the spin attack now? But I already have it, so we're good to go on that. But yeah, I'm going to be playing this over the next... As I said before, over the next week or so. And it's going to be fun. Because there really isn't anything else I can do here. But we, I think we mentioned it before, but we did find a way to get the Sopranos to work properly. We just did what in all honesty, we probably should have done in the first place, and just bought a copy of the game on PS2. So we can just play it normally, and there won't be any more screen tearing or anything like that. That'll be fun. And then we've got other things planned after those. And overall, I got a lot of things planned. It's really exciting. I know I probably shouldn't talk too much about what I have planned in the future when I can talk about what we're doing now, but I don't know, it's just exciting stuff overall. I just wish that I had Greg here with me because while I can do commentary on my own, sometimes I can get quite a bit distracted and not think of anything to say. That happens to me a lot, as I've demonstrated so many times in especially more recent times. I think these are block slimes. At least that is over there. Block slimes are like these tiles that they're disguised as blocks, and they can be they're usually pretty easy to spot, but usually they can be pretty hidden as well. Oh, that's one too. I thought because it was bigger that it would not be one, but yeah. As far as I know, those are only in this game, so that's something special that I did with the monsters. Unless we see, you know, block slimes, or that's what I'm calling them, is block slimes. I don't know what they're really called, but unless we see those in like Dragon Quest XI or something like that. There's another one right there. But yeah, a couple of things have come up since we last played this game, you know, Dragon Quest related. I don't really talk about I probably do talk about Dragon Quest. I don't know exactly how often I do talk about it, but we've been talking, like, making Sopranos references more often than not. And first off and foremost, I actually have the Platinum Trophy in this now. I went through the game a second time. Ooh, wheat. We can use wheat to make bread and stuff. This will be really, really useful when we start making Beanie Bunny Burgers are some of the best healing food. So that's pretty exciting. But yeah, I went through all the time trials. Those were not fun at all. And while I do kind of still want to go through them on the Vita version, because I got this game on the Vita as well, this quickly became one of my favorite games after I played it the first time, so I got the Vita version as well, so I can play it on the go if need be. And I do want to get all the trials and stuff done in that. Because doing all the challenges and side quests and whatnot, well, the challenges mostly, which we'll see tallied up at the end of the chapter, completing those will actually give you recipes that you can use in free mode, and I kind of want those. And there's no cross-save with the Vita version, unfortunately. It's not even cross-buy with it. So I need to, do the challenges again in the Vita version in order to be able to have everything unlocked in free mode and be able to do what I want there. And now it's nighttime, so the ghosts are going to come out. That's the worst part of this game, in all honesty, is the ghosts. And even though I'm back to playing the game normally, so I should, find some time to rest, but I can probably rest in the castle itself. I'm just going to gather up some of these. Mostly, I'm just trying to get at these white petals so I can make more heal potions or healing creams if need be. Also, they have announced that they're making a Dragon Quest Builders 2, and it's got some stuff that wasn't in this, like it's got the ability to dive underwater. It has slopes in it. I think that's a big deal, but most importantly, it has 4-player online multiplayer, and also I'm going to be doing an LP of it once I do get that. But the guard here says, I have failed so terribly. Words fail with me in expressing how terribly I have failed. Why, thou canst see me? I was once a knight of Cantlin, charged with defending these lands from the ceaseless advances of the Dragon Lord's armies. And yet, mere moments before I could complete the stockade that night that saved this castle, his forces fell upon us. My failure haunteth me to this day. Ah, but if thou canst see me, all is not lost. I can pass on the secret of my invention to thee. Here, friend, take these stone wall blocks and spike traps and complete the stone stockade upon which we stand. Okay, so we got some stone blocks, some spike traps, and we just got to fill in the gaps and whatnot here. Something I did forget to, I mean to mention now, I guess, because now I know, and knowing it's half the battle. Cantlin in the original version of the original Dragon Warrior translation, I believe, was called Mercado, or either it was Cantlin or something like that. I don't remember. It's Mercado in the Game Boy Color version, which I played through. I played through the Game Boy Color version of Dragon Quest Builders on the channel before, but I most recently, as part of my backlog, actually beating Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior 2 this time, which I didn't do on the channel. I also played through Dragon Warrior 1 again, and it was called Mercado in that, which I think is closer to the Japanese translation, but then again, translation's all wonky all over the place, depending on what era of the game was released in, because there's a lot of translation that's not consistent with the original NES one. Not that it matters all that much, but I just thought it was kind of an interesting thing. But in some version somewhere, Cantlin is called Mercado. Not really all too important, but hey, where are the spikes you got me? There they are. I need these. So just fill in the... I'm surprised there are no ghosts coming out to get me, but I should probably count my blessings. Oh, maybe there was an update that took the ghosts out of it. The stone stockade is complete. Now we have not to fear from the Dragon Lord's minions. Go, friend, lure those hammer-wielding fiends into our trap and return to my side to see the stockade do its terrible work. That's terrible. Alright, so we got some brownies showing up here, so if we run around the stockade, they will run into the spikes, except for this one. He's a straggler. But basically, they'll take constant damage when they're in the spikes, and they can't break through castle wall. So that's a huge advantage to having something like this. So I'm actually going to pack this up and take it back to Cantlin with me. That went wonderfully well. While the monsters strike in vain at the hard stone wall, they will soon fall to the sharp spikes beneath their feet. A cunning trap, dost thou not agree? Beg pardon, to whom doth the castle behind us belong? That building is no mere castle, but a bastion that did protect our people from the monsters. After the fall of Cantlin, the men and women of the city fled to this place, and built this fortress as a final refuge. They did barricade themselves inside in a bid to escape the monster's onslaught. However, 'twas not long before an even greater enemy emerged from within the bastion itself. But forgive my ramblings, some tales are better left untold. Shouldst thou seek a blueprint for this stockade, I bid thee speak with Ranulf within the castle. I thank thee, kind stranger, for thine aid. Now that my plans are complete, I can finally rest in peace. Oh, we see dead people. Alright. I'm actually going to go ahead and be an asshole and just take this. Because, this will lessen the number of materials I'm going to need to make one of these back home. I hope my hammer will hold up in all of this, but I think it should be fine. I'm also using the slime controller for this particular session of Let's Playing. For those who want to see more, check out the video I put up yesterday. That's basically a full review of the slime controller and how much I like it, and it's working pretty well for me here. Like I said, it's pretty much made for RPGs, but it can also be good for good action games. Just not for anything that you need motion controls for, or if you really care about force feedback, or having analog triggers, and I don't. So I'm more than happy using it here. We can take these as well if we want. We can take a whole bunch of stuff, actually. We can get buttresses. We need buttresses? No? Well, we're going to take some anyway. I don't want those skulls, though. Skulls can stay there. And we can get a whole bunch of neat stuff from the castle. I'm sure that they won't mind us pillaging their stuff, but here's Ranulf here. Well, oh, no, he's not an old guy. Well, so thou canst see me, 'Twould seem thou art no ordinary man. I am Ranulf, erstwhile mayor of the city of Cantlin, but that was hundreds of years ago. Now I am a ghost! Woo! Yeah, stop that. Ah, so thou art the builder of whom the Cantlin Chronicle spake. Well, builder, what business hast thou in these ruined halls? The people who once dwelt here did bring destruction upon their own heads. Thou wilt find naught here but grief and sorrow. Blah, 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 blah. I see, thou comest in search of the stone stockade. I kind of actually have the stone stockade in my pocket right now, but tell me, builder, why dost thou build thy city? Why dost thou build at all? Because we're playing Dragon Quest Builders is why. Rado Goji, come with me. There is something I wish to show thee. I shall await thee atop the roof of this castle, but be warned, the staircases have long fallen into ruin. Thou mightst need to build your own way there. Before we do that, let's take stuff. This chair? That chair's mine now. These columns? They're mine now. That flag looks pretty spiffy. I think I'll take it. Not the castle wall, but here we go. We got some decorative drapery. Big, bold banner. This'll look great in my room. I mean, alright, you can keep that one there. I don't care about that one. We can take more pillars if we want to. I think 2 pillars is enough to adorn the entryway into my house. After all, I am the hero these people need and deserve. Therefore, I get to have the best house. Let's go ahead and make a pathway over here, over these gaps. Well, no, that's the wrong button. I don't want to take the floor out from underneath me. I'm not going to bother taking all these, like, pretty purple tiles or any of that either. I'm just going to, stick with the stuff that I can build while I'm there. It's just too much to bring with me, in all honesty, and I really don't feel like it. Oh, there's a rock in the way. Well, I can just walk over it. That's fine. And do be careful at this part, because if you fall and you're high enough up, well, you can die. I learned that the hard way the first time I played this game. Go inside this jail door. Just go upstairs. Ah, yes, it does. I'm going to take one of those decorative shields on my way out, too. Can I go up any... Well, yeah, I can. I just got to be careful. I'm actually going to cut the timer real quick. I'll just cut the video when we get to the top here. Whoa, there we go. Alright, so we're at the top of the castle, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here, and when we come back, we'll get that stone stockade blueprint and build it at our fort. So until then, I've been Rado Goji, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?